6 o'clock at night, June 11th. I want to take you through these hives and tell you what's going on. This is what I refer to as yard number 2. We'll start with these hives here on the end. The big hive had 3 deeps and a medium, and recently I did a walk-away split with it. I took the middle box out of the brood chamber and I put it on this little hive over here. My guess is, given all the activity for the big one, it probably ended up with the queen. And I know that box is absolutely loaded with honey. I did not want to disturb this box, so I'm going to let it go. And this weekend, when I come in and clean up all the weeds and mow the grass and so on, I'll take some time to go through an inspection. So that's a full deep of bees on the bottom, and I had a second box that had spare honey available to me, so I put that on top for them to have, and I'll look to see what's going on. My guess is this hive has to raise a queen. In addition to doing a walkaway split, this hive had a huge population and was raising some queens, and I was able to pull several frames out of it and put it in a queen castle and take the capped queen cells on a couple frames and put them in a queen castle, and they have since emerged, and these 2 nukes have the byproduct. I just pulled the 2 hives out of the queen castle and put them in the nukes. Again, it's probably unconventional to have double deep, but I had extra honey and I set these hives up so that I don't have to fuss with them. So I see them laying, the queens got mated, and these 2 hives will start to build out probably through the rest of June and into July. This hive right here is my polystyrene hive. I pulled a couple frames out of that hive and made a split with it also. They had queen cups that were capped, and they're in this extra box down here. Now, originally I pulled these frames out a couple weeks ago. They were capped. The queen emerged. She went to go get mated and she disappeared. And then at some point I gave this hive a queen and it disappeared. There's no queen in there. So I got another capped queen cell and I have it in there, and it's just about to emerge, and hopefully 3rd time's the charm. I don't know what's going on here. There's a reasonable population of bees left. I gave them a capped frame, so they've been emerging, and I'm hoping that this hive eventually comes to pass and gets going. The last hive you see here is my rehabilitated top bar. It's one I built from scratch out of old lumber. It's old flooring material. It was a lot bigger than this. It was like a 1/3 bigger than this, and I recently cut it apart, made it smaller, repainted it, and I'm putting it back in service. No bees in it right now, but my hope is I sprayed a little swarm commander and maybe I'll catch a late swarm. I also have a nuke box down at the other yard, which I'll shoot in another video, that has a special box built with a taper so that they could build frames to put in here. So if worse comes to worse, I'll be able to harvest some frames and get this hive started. So that's what's going on here. I'm going to pull a couple weeds, and then I'll talk to you soon about what goes on here and how we make out.